Hello, hello, hello. Hey, you guys. I hope you guys are having a fantastic Wednesday. I am. I'm just going to make sure my phone is off so I don't have any interruptions. All right. So, today is Wednesday. It's Wednesday. No, don't get me to singing. But today is Wednesday, Community Conversations. I am so blessed to come before you guys tonight, like for real, blessed. Because y'all know somebody didn't make it till today. Somebody didn't make it till today. I've seen a few of my Facebook friends that actually lost someone recently, and so I am blessed to be here before you guys today. Yes, so blessed, so excited, and just I'm not gonna say I'm feeling awesome today, but I will say that I'm always asking God to use me, as his vessel in any way that he would like. And so tonight I am I'm just coming to encourage you guys, okay? Because no one placed any questions or anything within the group, and so tonight is going to be a word of encouragement for you guys. And I feel like I always tell you when I'm saying it to y'all, I'm saying it to myself. So today, I think we all might need a word of encouragement. Hey, Tanya. Hey, Tanya. Yes, because the times are a-changing. But God is good and God is still on the throne. And so I will not apologize for being a believer. I will not apologize for my faith. If you are someone that is within this group and this message or this training or whatever you want to call it falls upon your ears, just know it happened for a reason. And so don't disregard it. And so tonight I just want to, like I said, talk more about mindset. I have a few notes that I want to go over. I even went as far as to write down a few scriptures to encourage you guys and to encourage myself. And so tonight I'm just going to be talking about being anchored in your faith. Being anchored in your faith because the storm is real right now. Yeah, it is. Things are going on with this, the president and all the politics and all the tariffs and the price of items. I was talking to a friend earlier and I was telling them that I went to go get a dragon fruit and they are $6 each right now. $6 each. And I like dragon fruit. But, it is what it is. I thank God for blessing me to be able to, I won't complain over the prices because everything works together for our good. So just understand that. But I will thank God for having the means to be able to still eat my dragon fruit. And so, it is what it is. But, like I said, the storm is real right now, but so is God. God is real, you guys, and just understand that he is still on the throne. He is still real. I know, people are being discouraged. A lot of the calls that I get right now are, what's the changes, or what's going on? Is this going to stop? Healthcare will, at this point, maybe 50 years in the future, but healthcare is needed. Anything in the healthcare field, they might be able to make cuts here and there, but it will never go anywhere, you guys, until AI turns into robots and they're taking care of us, okay? So don't be worrying about that right now. Don't let it paralyze you, and don't let it discourage you from moving forward. You have to keep moving. You have to keep moving through life. No matter what happens, you can't get paralyzed and you can't get caught up all in your head, because that's where people, feel like they don't have hope. And some people unlive themselves, as they call it now, and do other things. And so let's not be those type of people. Let's keep moving. Let's keep encouraging one another. Let's keep showing up, because, things are changing. I know the stock market. There's some of us that have 401ks and things like that, where the stock market is tanking. And so that can be discouraging. That can paralyze people into not moving forward in things that they want to do. But you have to find a way. You have to, I'm always advocating for IULs. You guys don't know, index universal life insurance policies. They have a floor to where even if the market drops, you don't lose money. And so I'm always advocating on that. Y'all know I went and got my insurance license in Arizona, and that's what I'm telling everybody, because these are things that the wealthy did that we didn't know about. And now that we know, the more you know, the more you grow. The more you have to keep moving. And so that is another thing. The gas prices are going back up. Instability in housing. There's a lot of homeless people. There's a lot of people that are being evicted. I've been hearing that the foreclosure rate has increased due to, all the changes and people losing their jobs and things like that. There's tension between different countries. There's all kinds of things going on. There's chaos going on in my personal life. There's things trying to take me out. But guess what? You see this? I still continue to smile. I still continue to keep moving, and I use the resources that I have that God has blessed me with, to just keep going, because I'm not a quitter. And I hope you guys aren't either. I'm not a quitter. And so I have to keep pressing forward, and I have to keep getting the message out, because this is my purpose. So you need to find out what your purpose is and continue to move in that purpose. You can't let things around you discourage you and throw you off track. You have to keep moving. I'm always saying that, you guys. And I'm not just saying it to you. I'm saying it to me. You have to keep moving. You really do. Because, man, regardless of what's going on here, regardless of what's going on, just stop watching it. You know what I'm saying? Just stop watching it. Go through and pick your news. But stop watching all the bad and the madness going on and chaos going on in the world, because it's not going to do anything for you but to discourage you, to paralyze you, to make you feel like you can't keep moving. And that's not what we were created to do. Okay? So I jotted down 1 Peter 4:12. Which says, friends, when life gets really difficult, don't jump to the conclusion that God isn't on the job. God is always on the job, even when it don't feel like it. And I'll be telling myself that when things come up against me, or things upset me, or bad situations happen, you quick to be like, dang, man, why? Then I have to go back and think, God is in control. So with him telling me in his word that everything works together for my good. Even when it don't feel good, I know it's working together for my good. It's like when you go to the gym. It don't feel good. Oh, I'm sick of going to the gym, but now I really gotta go because I'm in perimenopause and they're like, you gotta go, you gotta lift weights, you gotta do this. I don't even videotape. Y'all know I be videoing stuff. I don't even video it because I'm irritated. I gotta go. But I go because I know that it is working together for my good. So that's how you have to think about when situations. That's how you got to think about when things come up against you. When your house inspector gives you a deficiency, or when you're trying to get through the application process and not getting any response. Just keep telling yourself it's all working together for my good. You know, all those hard times I went through the years in order to get my business up and running, you know, it didn't feel good. I didn't know what was going to happen, but I was anchored in my faith. I was anchored. And so I just was like, what? Lord, come on now. And eventually it happened. So when obstacles come up against you, lean more towards saying, what's the lesson in this, God? What is the lesson in this? Or how can I share this with someone else? And I feel like things that I'm going through right now is just lessons and teaching me things so I can show up for you guys when you guys have a question on, oh, what happens when this happens? Or what do you do when this? So I got to go through it. I got to go through it to get to the other side so I can reach back and tell y'all, hey, this is what you do. So I feel like my journey was difficult, and it was a journey. You know, I'm just not one of these people that's just like, oh, I got one group home and I'm a consultant now. You know, no, he took me through a journey. He takes me through these things so I can tell you guys, this is how you handle it. And then you can see someone that you know, people consider successful and say, well, dang, she went through that. I saw a video on her going through that. So this ain't nothing. It's a test. It's a lesson. It's a lesson or a test. And so just remember that in the difficulties of going through the process, or if you're already there and you're dealing with situations within your home, just know, learn the lesson in it, because he's taking you through something to learn something or to teach somebody else something. I'll put it that way, because I feel like a lot of the stuff I went through was to teach others, you know, and I never, ever, ever had the intention to be a coach or a mentor or any of that. I did not. But God, you guys, you know, that was not my intention. I was not like, ooh, I'm doing all this because one day I'm going to be the group home queen. Nope. Had no idea. I didn't even give myself that name. I had a mentor and he was like, you the group home queen. And the name kind of stuck, and then people kept calling me queen. So I got a trademark. Now I am the group home queen. So you just never know why you're going through something or dealing with something. You just have to understand that it is all working together for your good. Okay? Stop assuming that, you know, oh, God don't like me, or these people don't like me, or all this. Stuff is going on in the background that you don't know nothing about. And it's not what happens to you, it's how you handle what happens to you. You know, it's how you handle it. So I'm always trying to be the example for you guys. Those of you in my mentorship group know things that I'm dealing with right now within my business. And I'm always trying to be mindful because I know what my purpose is and I know what God has told me. And so I always try to be mindful on how I handle things. I always want to be professional. I don't want to be ghetto or crazy. Even though I'm telling y'all, it's a little crazy in me from back in the day. But God has pressed that down, you know, and filled me up with something else. And so I'm always trying to be that woman, that leader, that mentor, that coach, that mom, that aunt, you know, that he wants me to be. Therefore, I'm like, when that crazy come up, I'll be like, no, Satan. I know that's what I used to do. You know, I'm from Killer City, y'all. I know what I used to do, but that ain't me no more. I'm a new creature. All those old things are passed away. Okay? And so that's how I have to flow. And that's how I have to show up for you guys. Y'all don't need no murder rap queen on popping up on the news. So I keep a smile on my face, I keep a positive attitude, and I keep it moving. And that's what you guys need to do. Okay? So I also wrote down James 12, 2 through 4. It says, consider it a sheer gift, friends, when tests and challenges come at you from all sides. You know that under pressure, your faith life is forced into the open and shows its true colors. So don't try to get out of anything prematurely. Let it do its work so you become mature and well developed, not deficient in any way. Woo, man! James 1, 2 through 4, I'm telling you, you guys, that right there, it speaks to me. Because challenges be coming at you from all sides, from my personal life, from my intimate life, my business life, my friendships. Things be coming up against me, y'all, challenges. And just know that under pressure, your faith life is forced into the open and shows its true colors. When you're under pressure, what's in you is going to come out of you. So what's in you? You know, I was listening to a preacher, and he said it was this guy that dressed up like a bush, and he was sitting on the side of the street. And when people would walk by, he would jump up, you know, and scare them. And he said multiple people was spouting cuss words like, what? Trying to hit the man, do all kind of stuff. He said, but then it was a few people that walked by, and when they scared, they screamed, Jesus, or God, you know. So what's in you? What's happening when things come up against you? Are you that type to get angry and lash out? Are you that type to go into a shell and say, you know what, forget this. I don't need no group home. Or, dang, people was telling me I should have listened to them. Are you doing that? Or is what's in you coming out? Are you encouraging yourself? Are you speaking positive things into yourself? Are you continuing to keep moving because endurance and strength is in you? You know, what's in you? Because what's in you, when your faith life is forced into the open and shows its true colors. What color is it gonna show? What color? So that's something to think about. Don't try to get out of anything prematurely. Let it do its work. You know, there are things that I could have did in my business to jumpstart it. When people was trying to get me to do criminal things, when people were trying to get me to do things that were illegal or not right, there are things I could have did, you guys. I could be sitting right now, sitting real pretty, because I know one of the people that asked me to do something, they walked away with over $100 million. I could have been there. But when your faith life is forced into the open and shows its true colors, what color is it going to show? You know, what's in you? That's not in me. That's not what I was taught, to do things illegal. I was taught to do things the right way, even when it's hard. So I'm just saying, you have to know who you are, and you have to know whose you are too. Yes, it does, Diane. Yes, it does. I didn't, look, Mahogany's comment didn't come through. It says something about reply to Mahogany, but it didn't come through. But yeah, I'm just saying, you guys, God is using pressure to reveal your potential. I know that's why I went through all of this, because God knows everything. So he knew I would be the group home queen, I'm assuming. You know what I'm saying? He knew. I didn't know when I was going through all that. I didn't know what my story would be in the end. You know, I didn't know that I would overwork myself and be overweight and all these things that I had to go through to get to this point here. But I know he took me through all of that for a reason. And so you just have to know that things and challenges that you are dealing with, it doesn't mean you're defeated. They mean God's developing you. You know, it's like they say, what happens with a diamond? A diamond is under immense pressure, and then it comes out, and it's a diamond. And it's worth so much. But it started with what? A block of coal that was put under pressure. And so you just have to know that things that you are dealing with and going through, it's all going to work together for your good. But you got to keep moving. That's the part. Faith without works is dead. So you need to keep working. You know? And so John 16:33, I told y'all I wrote some scriptures down, y'all. I've told you all this so that trusting me, you will be unshakable and assured, deeply at peace. I'm at peace. In this godless world, you will continue to experience difficulties, but take heart. I've conquered the world. You don't have to worry about nothing. God's already conquered the world. Jesus has conquered death. You do not have to worry about anything. Yes, it's going to feel bad when you're going through it. Does it feel bad to me right now? Yes. But I stay encouraged because I know he's already conquered everything. And so I rest in that. And I am deeply at peace. And it's not going to feel good all the time. You know, it's going to tick you off. It's going to piss you off when things come up against you. It's going to piss you off when people don't treat you right. It is. But you just have to know what's in you and let that come out of you. And if you feel like something's rising up, because like I told y'all, I got a past. And I felt that rising up. Like I used to fight. I would cut you, you know. And so I'm just saying, you got to push that down and push it back, because Satan will try to bring, all he knows is your past. He don't know your future. God knows everything. Satan only knows what you've done. So he's always going to try to bring that up in your face. Ooh, look what you used to do. Look what you used to do. You know, so you can see it and then you like, oh, well, that's who I am. No, you don't have to be that. Be the new creature. And so that's what I'm trying to do. I'm not trying to do it. I'm doing it. I'm the new me. Okay? I can't worry about what nobody else is doing. All I can do is know and trust in God that everything is working together for my good, even when it don't feel good. You know, like I said, I'm not going to get into it in this group. My mentees know. But how would you feel if somebody walked up in the bank and walked out with over